The 1930s cast a long shadow across Africa. European powers, thirsty for land and resources, tightened their grip on the continent. This was a time of empires, of maps redrawn with ink and blood. It was in this climate of oppression that Roman Procházka penned his infamous book, Abyssinia, the Powder Barrel. Published in the years leading up to Italy's brutal invasion of Ethiopia, the book is a chilling example of colonial propaganda. Procházka's words dripped with the venom of racial superiority, painting a portrait of Ethiopia as a backward nation in desperate need of European salvation. Procházka's work must be viewed through the lens of fascism, the political ideology that was rapidly engulfing Europe at the time. Benito Mussolini, Italy's dictator, harbored dreams of a new Roman Empire, with Ethiopia as its crown jewel, Abyssinia. The powder barrel was never intended as objective analysis. It was a weapon forged in the fires of fascist ambition, designed to mold public opinion and pave the way for conquest. Procházka's book found fertile ground in a Europe already steeped in colonial arrogance. The idea of African inferiority was a pervasive narrative, used to justify centuries of exploitation and subjugation. At the heart of Procházka's book lies a carefully constructed myth, a distortion of reality designed to serve the interests of empire. Ethiopia, he argued, was a chaotic and savage land, its people incapable of self-governance. He portrayed Ethiopians as primitive and uncivilized, lacking the intellect and sophistication to manage their own affairs. This narrative of African incompetence was a common trope in colonial literature, a way of dehumanizing entire populations and justifying their subjugation. Procházka's book was filled with contradictions. He praised Ethiopia's natural beauty and resources, describing it as a land of immense potential. Yet he argued that only Europeans possessed the skills and knowledge to unlock this potential. This paternalistic view, common among colonialists, cast Europeans as benevolent overseers, bringing order and progress to the uncivilized world. Procházka reserved particular scorn for Emperor Haile Selassie, the Lion of Judah. Selassie, a shrewd and charismatic leader, represented everything that European colonialism feared, a proud and independent Africa. Procházka attempted to discredit Selassie, portraying him as a weak and indecisive ruler, clinging to power while his nation crumbled around him. The book went so far as to suggest that Ethiopia posed a threat to regional stability. Procházka argued that Ethiopia's very existence as an independent nation undermined European control of the continent. He warned of a colored rising, a pan-African uprising that would sweep away colonial rule. This fear-mongering tactic, designed to stir up anxieties among Europeans, exposed the deep-seated insecurity that lay at the heart of colonialism. Abyssinia, the Powder Barrel, was a dangerous book filled with lies and half-truths. Yet it failed in its ultimate goal to extinguish the flame of Ethiopian resistance. When Italian troops marched into Ethiopia in 1935, they were met with fierce opposition. Ethiopian warriors, armed with outdated weapons and fueled by an unyielding love for their homeland, fought valiantly against a modern mechanized army. The Italian invasion of Ethiopia was a brutal affair, marked by war crimes and atrocities. Italian forces used poison gas on Ethiopian soldiers and civilians, a violation of international law that shocked the world. Despite their courage and determination, the Ethiopians were eventually overwhelmed. Addis Ababa, the capital, fell to Italian forces in 1936, and Emperor Selassie was forced into exile. But Ethiopia's spirit did not break. Resistance continued throughout the Italian occupation, a testament to the enduring strength of Ethiopian national identity. In 1941, with the tide of World War II turning against the Axis powers, Ethiopian and British forces liberated the country. Emperor Selassie returned to Addis Ababa, a symbol of his nation's resilience. Roman Procházka's book stands today as a testament to the power of propaganda and the dangers of unchecked colonialism. It is a reminder that words can be weapons, used to justify oppression and pave the way for conquest. Yet Abyssinia, the Powder Barrel, also serves as an unintentional tribute to the Ethiopian people. Their courage in the face of aggression, their refusal to be defined by colonial narratives, continues to inspire freedom fighters and justice seekers around the world.